tonight. Welcome back. So I have somebody on the line. Let's see. Hello there. I don't know if you can hear me. Can you? Okay. It's no longer there. So I'll take another one then. Here we go. Hello there.
Hey, Mayogun.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
I am fine. Very well. Thanks for asking. How are you?
Good. This is Chigozie calling you from Houston.
Chigozie from Houston. First timer? Is this your first time?
No.
It's not.
I'm a kind of regular viewer of your program.
Okay. I mean, like the first time you call in, by the way, but yeah.
Oh, no. I've called, I'll say many times. Yeah.
Probably it's been a while. So Chigozie, it's good to
have you. Yeah, it's been a while though. Yeah. My brother,
sir.
Thank you for the good work you're doing. You know, posterity will surely remember your work. Don't ever think that they are not listening. They are listening. And if they don't accept it today, they will definitely accept it when Nigeria happened to them. That is the truth. It's not something you can pretend. You can keep on pretending. You will still come face to face with the reality. The reality is that Nigeria has failed. As they try to manage and package it to keep on failing. That is just it. What we're expecting now is when we will hear that the template of Afghanistan have finally unfolded completely in Nigeria. That is just
Chigozie. They have surrounded Abuja. We have received that report for more than 6 months ago. They said they have the capacity to stage exactly what happened in Afghanistan, exactly the same thing in Abuja. But with what happened last night, yeah, I mean, if anybody is still in doubt, maybe they should begin to wake up now.
That is exactly what I'm telling you. So for those of them that are pretending that as if nothing is happening, they will stand face to face. So I'm very happy that the whole thing is helping what you and myself and some other people have been shouting. And they think we are stupid, we are mad. Now it's right in their face. And They cannot. They cannot, because as it is today, it needs nobody to tell you that Nigeria have failed.
I mean,
both British, America, whether they want to pretend or not, very soon we will start hearing them trying to tell their people either to not to go to this part of Nigeria or even
started now. I mean, you are in America. They should have started warning you by now. If you have been following it, Canadians have already warned their people places never to go to. Guess what? Out of 36 states, Canada is warning their citizens never to go to about 30 states. 30.
Yeah. So what it is now, they can start pulling away their people, their ambassadors or whatever they have, because Abuja is already taken over. They are just like trying to do it gradually. So I'm really grateful to what is happening, because it's part of helping us to spread the message. Those who think they are trying to manage it, now they are beginning to feel the heat more than us.
That's right.
More than us. Those that are shouting Obi, Obi, Obi. I'm an Igbo man.
Yeah.
From day one, I never believed in Obi, because Obi cannot fix Nigeria, number one. And number two, Obi presidency and whatever campaign, as I stand today, is a scam. Let me say this. This is a British package. They just fronted Obi, telling him to go there to make it look like the Southeasterners participated in that election. I'm just telling you, this is their game plan.
You're making a lot of senses here now. So please continue, because I follow you. I mean, go on.
I'm just telling you that this is the British package. They just look at Obi. He's a very right person to use for that game. And him living in England, he understands their game. As a businessman, whatever deal they struck, they know that Obi will not win election. They know Nigeria very well. They understand the game. But the game plan is...
No wonder they keep pinning him with IPOB, so that when everything goes down, they will say, what is wrong with all of you? Now, Shebi, Obi contested to be president. Now that Obi is lost, that's why all of you started your Biafra again.
Exactly, my brother.
It's making sense now.
Exactly. That is the game plan. That is the game plan. That is what they are trying. So when you start agitating after the election, they will change the narrative. It will become, you are a bad loser. You are a willing loser because you lost. Blah, blah, blah. That is the reason why I, as a person, stand for no election. Because why? We can't validate. Let it be that we didn't even participate. Whatever they want to do. After all, in Imo State, people even voted. They ended up giving us administrator that is already doing their bidding there. Let them give us another administrator.
See, what other people are saying, Chigozie, right, in that line of argument is that if you look at it generally, being fair, being honest, yeah, Obi's project, yeah, is not even Southeast project. The person that told Obi to run is not even from Igbo land. And how it all started, correct. Yeah, and how it is all going, there is a particular agenda to continue to make it look like it's from Southeast, even though out there, it is not. I don't know if you have paid attention to that point.
Okay, let me tell you something, Maegun. Let me make what I'm saying now to have more meaning to you.
Okay.
Have you asked yourself, why is Obasanjo all of a sudden championing Obi by his body language, trying to support Obi? Have you asked yourself a question? Obasanjo is a neo-colonist.
A neo-colonist.
He is a yes. He is the one all these international people are using to foster this fraudulent, iniquitous contraption they created. He is being used to further all these things, both in Nigeria, both in Cameroon. So many of these West African countries they created. He is the main person they are using to further That's why I'm telling you. Have you asked yourself, why did he suddenly begin to attack Atiku? The same Atiku, he said he is good in 2019. All of a sudden, now he's shifting to Obi. This is a British package. And the game is to, they have seen the kind of thing that is going on now, especially in the South East. And the Yorubas are now coming up with aggression. So they are trying to bridge it on the way. So because they know that if the Southeasterners succeed in achieving no election, the Yorubas will continue that and everything is gone. So they are working, trying to bridge it with Peter Obi. My brother, British know that Peter Obi will not win election. Peter Obi himself knows. I don't need to lie about it. He knows.
Well,
he knows.
Thank you.
So that is the game plan. Thank you so much.
I love you see, one thing is this, right? We all have a chance on Mayegun's Diary Political to see things from different views, from different perspectives, right? This is one of them.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, it is so valuable. Guess what? Many people listening to us right now are going to say more, either to counter what you've said or even add more to it. Sit back, Chigozie, and continue watching.
Yeah, I will.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Cheers, man. Now, I have another person on the line. If you are just joining us, this is Mayegun's Diary Political.
Hello, Mayegun.
Follow up to what happened in Nigeria last night and this morning. The terrorist attack, which we believe is state-sponsored, with all evidence pointing to one thing: there is collusion, government involvement. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a person. Hello there.
Hello, Mayegun. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Your name?
Yeah. You are right to keep me waiting. This is Njoko calling from London. I've called you many times.
It's been a long time. How are you, sir?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Good to hear from you.
If you remember correctly, after the election, when I called, I told you they are going to hand over to a southern president. But that southern president, they will either kill him in power or they will release this boy. Because Jonathan fall their hand when he relinquished power to Buhari. So they had to keep those boys, pay them those 100 million, they paid them all this while. Now, he's come to a point where we are back to 1963 election. Azikiwe, Peter Obi. Awolowo, Tinubu from the West. Ahmadu Bello, Atiku. They know that 1963 election is going to repeat itself in the sense that Obi is trending anyway. Obi may have a runoff with somebody, either Atiku or Buhari or Bola Tinubu. The mistake that Azikiwe made to collude with the North may not repeat itself again. That is why what happened yesterday happened. They need hardened generals that were being caught and kept in prison to be released, to be kept on standby.
I'm ready to
so that if a southerner enters and they refuse to do their willing, they will now use that as a benchmark to say there is terrorism in the state. And like I told you, they will put a coup there. Watch out. They will start telling all these senior executive MPs, whatever they call them in Nigeria, to have Muslim ADCs. The same thing that killed Iran is going to happen to most anybody that's going to win. I've lived in the North. I can speak Hausa. What's his name? Your caller, what's his name? That normally calls. I love listening to his outside. Ahmed. Yeah, Ahmed. I live in Sabongari. My dad was a police officer, so I know when he's talking. When I hear, I just laugh because he understands everything that is happening in those places.
The plan is they knew. We cannot agree that from this second part of 2022. They have started setting the pace and the stage for what is later to come, which is in two ways.
But what Melafia told you guys that made him die early. This is the second stage. You remember Melafia said they're going to attack the hinterland, the villages. From the villages to less important people, to highly important people. Look at what happened. Ibarakwa was less of a village. Nobody knew Ibarakwa 10, 20, 15 years ago. They move now to catching senior politicians, beheading people in Anambra, making like IPOP. They come down to Sunday side. Tinubu is going to start killing all these people that are fighting against, just like they do Fisher Williams, Bola Ige kind of people. They're going to start killing them in the West. They will blame it on Tinubu supporters. It may not be Tinubu supporters. Then they will make the Igbo people start thinking, wait, these guys are killing Igbo. Like they did during the voters when they say Tinubu boys stop you from going PVC. It may not be Tinubu boys. It may be those Okada people that they send there to go and cause this problem. The aim is to sow division between you two in the south. And after doing that, you'll be forced to go back to the north to get somebody to follow you. Why is it that for you, just think about this. How many times has a presidential candidate from the south find it difficult to get a vice president from the north? But the north find it easy to get a vice president from the south. Because they've all been given the protocol marching order. Nobody should be vice president to somebody from the south. Because if you become vice president from the south, they will win the election. Thank you. Except you're choosing. And that is why, if you guys don't understand what is going on, people are still saying, oh, I'm going to go vote. Yes, like the last caller said, Peter Obi is not winning no election. You cannot win election in Nigeria without other parts of Nigeria supporting you.
That's right.
And you need the middle belt or the non. Who is going to vote there? Most of them have 3 voters cards against you that have 1. On the day of the election, they'll tell you the voters card machine is working in the south, but it doesn't work in the north. They have to use manual paper. That is how they vote 3 for one person.
And then before you
your caller
you remember the 3 Kardashians,
yes,
Kaduna, Kano, and Katsina, where they suddenly you'll be hearing 2 million, 1.8 million votes, all for this person, no void.
Ask yourself, those 3 Kardashians, how much do they contribute to the national corpus every month?
If you ask me, sir,
they are big for votes, but they are not big to contribute anything. Also, Mayagu, in this I love what you're doing, to be honest with you. Yeah. However, you need to start educating people. You see what's going to happen now. Right. You see what they attempted to do today. Yeah. They release those people. The next thing they're going to do now is they're going to attack DSS office. They will say it's IPOP that attempted to release Nnamdi Kanu. They will kill him there. Or
you know, one thing that came to my mind, right? This morning, I was like, wait, where is Nnamdi Kanu? Was he in Kuje or in DSS? I was asking myself, and I was like,
Kuje prison was where Nnamdi Kanu was supposed to be kept. Mayagu, let me cut you there. Right. Kuje prison was where Nnamdi Kanu lawyer was contesting so that Nnamdi Kanu should go to.
Take him to. I remember.
They refused and put him in DSS, so they said the place was not secure. Now they've attacked that place to prove to you that the place is not secure. But that place is in the middle of the town. Next thing they're going to do, they're going to attack DSS. When they attack DSS, DSS is going to kill him, just like they did to Abiola. They'll come in, you just fire us for 2 days, say, we didn't know what killed him. Today, who killed Abiola? Who gave him what killed him? Nobody knows. They will never tell you. Because they knew the man had a good intention. Everything happening today, Nnamdi Kanu said it 5-6 years ago. People thought he was a madman. Melafia came in 2 years ago, 3 years ago, said the same thing. Danjuma came, said the same thing. The only reason why they cannot kill Danjuma is because he knows too much.
He's one of them.
He is too powerful for them to step on. He's a former Minister of Defense. If you can go and kidnap Kanu in Kenya.
Stop talking too. You know, that's fair enough.
Thank you.
That they can't just.
Because they told him if you talk again, they will take away the oil wells. If you talk again, they will take away his oil wells. He has oil wells.
They would have done something to him.
No, they will take his oil wells. All his oil wells were gotten through military rule. They will take everything away. So that's why you have to keep quiet.
My brother,
if that is the case, I've got so much to say, but just I'm just going to leave you.
Always. It's been so interesting, right? Let me take another call again.
Yeah,
I love this. I love how people are coming into this and opening up and giving us more insights into some things that many of us are not even thinking. I appreciate you, honestly. Unjoku, let me take another call.
You're welcome.
Cheers, man.
All right.
Thank you. So I have another person on the line. Here we go. Hello there.
One more,
the number 1. Me. Ayegun. Odema.
Yeah. Odema.
I don't know that one. Odema.
No, it means it's getting tighter, interesting.
It's becoming warmer. That's true. Osita, everybody can hear you, sir. Please.
Yeah. Let me start by saying you're doing well, my brother.
Thank you.
Let me go to the issue of Asari Dokubo first.
Good. What is wrong with Alhaji Asari Dokubo? That's the same way he was so fixated on Nnamdi Kanu as well.
Yeah,
and it doesn't really make much sense when he's talking about these guys. What's going on?
I've always want to say to you that the problem that the Nigerian, the court that we are challenging right now, breaking up this thing they called this mirage called Nigeria. It's a scam. It's fulfilled. The reason we've not been able to be very successful, I was watching one of your programs. One day the day you were talking about, you were analyzing that let nobody deceive anybody, that Yoruba nation, Biafra nation is not, there's no set aside date for it. But let me tell you, technically speaking,
please.
The reason we do not know the time, we might not know the exact time, but we should be able to say this is what it is. We should be able to tell you that we are closing up.
Yeah, like I say it into the presence.
Even the CIA, the KGB, they can't tell you an exact time, but they just tell you that we are closer in time. They will give you But they say the reason we've not been able to do it, believe me, I am sorry. I'm born and bred in Lagos. So if you watch anybody who is born and bred somewhere else, who have mixed up with other people, it's difficult for that person to go into tribalism or ethnicity, gender, whatever it is. But what I am trying to say, the problem that we have today is the people who come from that river line. Those people that were happy that those people that were happy that they cut them out and they were called the South South. They have been the problem of Nigeria. If you look at what the Igbos, the Yorubas are talking about now, these so consigned citizens, indigenous people of these two particular regions, it is even helpful to them more than us, Igbos. It is helpful to them more than the Yoruba.
I believe.
But believe me,
the golden goose that laid the golden eggs, but never even have a taste of it.
They kept moving. I remember the first time I went to Abuja, and I was in Abuja. I was somewhere in Soporo. I saw somebody who comes from that Ijaw nation, and the guy was shouting, "See our money, see our money. I mean, see my money, see my money." I was looking at him. My friend I came to visit just told me that I have not seen anything. That this people is from this place. What is trying to tell you that the whole crude oil money, this is where they spend it on.
This is where they are spending it. So, your story is so true. I remember that was what led to the militancy in Niger Delta. When they visited Abuja and they saw Abuja for the first time. They were like, what?
Yeah. So when my friend told me that, I can relate it to what they keep doing. And they keep doing this thing all the time. When people are fighting for your cause. Because if Nigeria and they say, oh, okay, we'll still go with the 6 geopolitical zones. Okay, every zone govern itself or state govern themselves. Is it not to their own good than any other person? At least they have all the crude oil. But yet, they are not thinking that way. Asari Dokubo, I'm yet to understand the problem he has with the ordinary Igbo man.
I don't know too.
I'm trying to always find out.
Nnamdi Kanu started, it was everywhere.
Exactly.
And I was like, for what exactly? For what reason? As in,
I pray that he's watching this program. Wherever he is, I would say shame on you, Asari Dokubo, because you look at Anambra State. I'm not from Anambra State, and you're saying Anambra State is a gold mine. Compared to Bayelsa State, the list of those developed districts in the riverine area, the list, you can't compare the money that Anambra State generates compare it to what Bayelsa is supposed to be generating. But you will never compare. Not even, I would not lie to you. If not the presence of the oil company, you can't even compare Port Harcourt to Anambra State.
People have said that a lot, guys, and I have seen images of Anambra towns, communities, and all of that. But you see, the Biafrans are always like, hey, we built that ourselves.
Everything you have in Anambra State, is self and individually driven, not by government. And everything you have in Port Harcourt is government present.
There's a difference.
How long will you continue to be a fool? Because look at it. APC was formed, was carried by River State money, and that is Amechi that did that.
Yes.
As of today, where's Amechi? Amechi is nowhere anymore. Wike has done the same thing again. Where's Wike?
It's just a matter of months now. It will be nowhere as well.
Just a matter of months. Where is he? I do not know when these people will understand. The crime, I have never been, you've known me, I've never been a supporter of this shenanigans called the election. I've never been part of it. And anybody who talks about it that he is, I will vouch for you. I will vouch for P2B. P2B did well, personally for himself. His name is there. But I keep asking, how can you rule with this 1999 constitution? Is a question. Is a question. So I do not know, on a more serious note, what is the problem of this man called Asari. Asari is talking about scams. How much was Asari worth until he became a
prisoner of Obasanjo? Because that was the beginning.
A prisoner of Obasanjo?
Yeah. It was when he became prisoner of Obasanjo for 8 months and he was released. That was the moment the fortune started.
Anytime you come on TV, you will see this thing I used to call poverty mentality. Anytime you come on TV, it's either it's either you are sitting behind your Porsche Cayenne so that people will know that you have money to buy Porsche Cayenne, or you are sitting behind your wall-to-wall screen TV so that they will know that in your sitting room you have wall-to-wall. Shame on you!
Osita,
it's a big shame.
Let me take another one again as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Lastly, please, 1 second.
Quickly.
Is it because somebody told you that it's not going to be a sharing formula anymore so that you can never be irrelevant? Believe me, let us be relevant in what we are doing here.
Right.
You can never be part of us because you don't have our idea. No. Our idea is to break up this thing and let everybody go.
As peacefully, as fast as possible. I mean, as much as like yesterday, if we can have that right away. Trust me. Osita, thank you very much for once again for all the time. Thank you, sir. I'll take this. Hello there.
Hey, Maegun.
Sir.
How are you, sir?
I am very well, sir. Thank you. How are you?
How is Leila doing?
Leila is doing great. How are you?
And the brother?
We thank God.
Maegun, it's been a tough 2 weeks. It's like non-stop. You fire like fire. Oh my goodness. Who pour you water to cool you down?
What can man do now, JJ? You see, what can man do?
Oh boy.
Go on.
Oh boy. Gasala, don't they happen? Let me go straight to the point. By statistics, how did they vote in 2015? How did they vote in 2019? Voting statistics. Makodi, Castina, all those Borono, whatever, where there's a war. What is the highest mark of their vote? 2019.
Well, I remember one.
Compared to the population.
I know.
20-something million.
1.4 million or 1.5, so 1.9 million for PDP.
1.9 million.
Yeah, but APC got about 1.5 million or 1.6 million of the votes.
Now, let me now tell you. Do you realize that time there was a war in those places, about 14 local governments, and they still managed to get highest votes than some states in the east.
Where there was no war or anything.
When there's a war, now obese is what I do. I want them to listen to me. Statistically, we want to talk now. Forget about Obi good or east or west. But statistically, does this statistic favor them that Obi can win? Do they ever think about it? Now, let's say in the southeast, the vote is being split by article. A south man, Bayelsa, Ido, those whatever you want to call them, the Shekiri will never leave Okowa without voting for him. Statistically, that is along the ethnicity. The vote is being split. Now, coming to Southwest, they went to the police station, to the registration, whatever, for PVC accreditation. Registration. What did they do to them in Southwest? They chased them with the thug.
Because of who they are.
They attacked them, not to get it. When they go to the north, what are they doing to them? They chase them there. Now, tell me, let's say statistically, all the East, 100% of them will vote for Obi. What is the population of Enugu voters that have PDC? What is compared to their population, the highest population census? Are they thinking about it? If Ekiti with 4-point-something population,
right? If you are talking like this, it seems that you are also following the general convo out there that is trying to.
No, brother. I don't want to be deceiving. Okay.
I won't help you. No, I won't help you with what you are saying, so that at least we will help ourselves. Okay. If you continue talking like that, that simply means we are agreeing that Obi is Igbo candidate. Do you get that?
No. It's not about Igbo candidate. I'm just giving you statistics of what is happening electorally, the way the Nigeria is. If you know the reality, then you will know where to break in. Yes. Now, Ekiti have a 4 million population. The voters card allocated to them is about 900, isn't it? PVC.
940.
Now, you understand? Now, the Enugu, Abia, whatever, how many states make East? Let them calculate all their voters cards together. 100%. Let them say they vote for Obi. Now, come down to West. How many of them would the West allow them to vote for Obi? These are the reality on ground. And if those PDC cannot guarantee them winning Obi, the cons that will go, though we know that half of Yoruba will not vote Tinubu, we know Yoruba for that one. Yoruba don't bias. When it comes to some decision, there's some emotional irrelevancies that Yoruba will do. Yes, Yoruba is the most fair among all the Nigerians. Take it or leave it. Some of them will not vote for Tinubu. A lot. Who is PDP will remain PDP. That is Yoruba for you. They will not say because Tinubu is my brother. They will.
Electorally, it's shown like that, okay? Since in 1999, Yorubas never voted for PDP or Obasanjo. In 2003 as well, Yorubas, even despite the fact that they tried to railroad them into voting for PDP, the vote was still pretty much about 51%, 49%. Now, when it came to Yar'Adua time, it was also split between the PDP and the, so even under this Tifnumbu APC, the election of 2015, the result shown that APC got a bit over 50% and PDP got over 48%. In 2019, the same thing. Yorubas never really voted mass for any party.
No. Now, let's Igbo.
They still blame us that Yorubas voted for this and that, even though the
Yeah. So now let's check what is going on now. All our OB. They should look at the statistics with clear eye and see that this thing, no matter how OB shout loud, shout low, he can never win the election. It's just for them to tell Romero. This is what is happening.
What if they surprise you?
Brother, Obi will win in under one condition. You know that I give you one historical experience last time. Oba $10, what brought $10 into the government. This one will play out. I know that one because there will be fight. There's no way you can do it between APC and PDP. They will not fight. Now, let us now come down.
Fight, of course.
So in that fight, that's what will provide them avenue. And if you look at what is happening now within the PDP, whatever, there's already some discourse now between Wike and his team members.
With a wicked talks, Atif could call anymore. Baba, a lot will go down. We know that now. We will just be prepared.
So that is for Obi. The earlier, the better. Now, there's something that Igbos need to understand. Obi is so good that when they were killing people in Abia State because of IPOB or whatever, what was the Obi's comment? Does he ever support or never? All those things they need to put into consideration. Brother,
in fairness, right? Only one of his statements where he spoke in defense of IPOB. You know, they are trying to use that against him now. In 2017, Peter Obi said, he said that the attack and the clampdown on the IPOB, right, is not the solution. He said that the injustice in the system is pushing more young people into the fold of IPOB that they deserve to be addressed, whatever the grievances. You know what?
Yes.
They are quoting that to say, you see, he's IPOB member, unfortunately.
Yeah, whatever they want to. Brother, you see, some things is happening, and a lot of people are not seeing what. Thank God, the last caller, that guy who said he's Alzheimer's, I've analyzed a little bit of it. You know, I always tell you something. I say, playbook. Yes, we have to speak in quotes. Let us forget Obi. Come down to Yoruba self.
Yes.
You remember 3 days ago you were making a call about everyone after the princess and all those stuff. Some people are complaining that Mama only TV or whatever. That with the way it is, let's declare or not declare. People are fighting. Brother, there's something that I suspected. And I've made mention of that statement, that thing one day, but nobody really pay attention. What I mentioned is that, you know what I make mention is that the people who are leading Yoruba were never prepared or ready for Yoruba to get out of Nigeria.
Okay.
But play, the jokes become reality in their hands.
Like it's becoming real.
Which is what put them into some corner now that they don't know what to do. The best way to diffuse the tension is by keeping quiet, not doing anything. And I stand to be corrected. Baba Akintoye and others.
Somebody is listening and they may take you on it. So you too, you have to listen.
Brother.
And see what he feels about it.
That's why I try to call in that day to remember you that because if they're really ready for this kind of thing, by now we're supposed to have some things in place, which is what take me back to one of the guys who always come from America who say plan B, plan C, plan D.
That's the filler guy, our own person.
Yeah. Because we don't wait now, and it's not too late for us to put things together. How I wish those Baba is accessible, that we can access to them. By now, we're supposed to have some group of guys who will be brainstorming, putting things together. There's a lot of brilliant ideas that everybody has raised that we can put together and be working out. By now, even Britain or whoever it is, will not be able to match us. Do you know why? There are some things where you know that people are ready, and you can put something on table to the people you want to deal with internationally. Brother, they are bound to reason with you and agree with you.
I mean, it depends on what you present, and I agree with you, JJ. But again,
this is what is that. But now we can't just make the best way, the quickest way now, in order not to delay, because something will happen by June next year. Exactly 1 year, coming 1 year, something will happen, and what will happen will be like a massive negotiation.
So we should be
and that negotiation
position ourselves, you mean?
Before that time, brother, what will happen is two things. It's either the Nigerian break, there will be trouble, the military overthrow, or they put interim there. If Nigeria will not break, there will be a negotiation next year. Nothing cannot, so everything cannot continue in this way.
It can't continue like this, I believe.
Now we have to put ourselves, we have to put something in place. So please.
A lot is going on behind the scene. We just hope that
brother,
take us forever.
Not much going on. Brother, I won't lie to you. Nothing is going on. They are just trying to cool everybody. I won't lie to you.
Let me take another one, JJ.
Yes.
It's a pleasure. Meanwhile, I just have a good news for you, JJ. You remember your proposal to support the legal team of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Yeah? That one. Tete. You there? Oh, it's gone. I'll keep it to myself. I'll say it more later. Hello there.
Yeah, hello. Mayegun Larry on the line.
Oh, Larry. Shotun
yes, sir.
Mababi Kuje of the Temple of Truth, Elder.
You know,
you now you they carry the flag, now you they carry the badge with honor.
Yes. Oh, all right. Good afternoon, everyone. And good afternoon, my brother. I hope you're doing good, my brother.
I am surviving, and thank you for asking. I hope you are good as well, sir.
Yeah, I am good, pretty good. But just that I had a sleepless night, thinking about so many things going on back home, and I just don't know where to even place my hands on. First off,
I mean, things maybe if you let them share with us, you'll feel better. That's what I do.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Please.
First off, I want to say, with all these that are happening now, I hope the idiots Ogabelo, Jide Kosoko, Olaya are now training how to carry AK-47 in order to defend their benefactor, Kolu Tifnubu. Knowing this happened today or yesterday or whatever,
it happened.
So they should have it in
this morning. Yeah.
Yes. So they should all have it in mind. The idiots that are saying is their benefactor, they should all have it in mind that they will be transferred to Abuja to be Kolu's security, whatever, when the time comes. Because they are saying it is their benefactor. So they should all be ready to carry gun and die for him. See, they don't want to die for the Yoruba land. I want Yoruba to someone. They should be able to die in the hands of the Boko Haram people. That's number one. Number two, if the bandits can attack their lover, Boko Haram, even though Morikini has game, because one attacking, but
they kill two people, Baba. I mean, if they take life,
Baba, say one feel life was targeted South in. One feel like what I now, one feel like what play game was out now. So, some of them already on serious. She want new on Intel, time by and the Boko Haram and Ben. So, she was just by just in bed. So, Boko in your game, I will come on, you send signal. Money symbol, but signal new.
So much for us to feed on.
Exactly. So, ọ̀rọ̀ bí n pé bóyá Tinubu dẹ̀rọ bí n pé Èkó ni lòun máa wà nígbà tóun bá jẹ president tí àwọn olú ẹran tó ti máa ń gbé àdá tó ti máa ń gbé gbogbo òṣì tó ń gbé yẹn tó máa ti ń gbé tó ti máa fi ń scare àwọn the educated Lagosians, the mi ò fẹ́ wàhálà Lagosians. Maybe they think that is it. Maybe olú ẹran thinks it's a child's play. Let him go to Abuja with his benefactor. Wọ́n sì jọ lọ síbẹ̀. Ṣé bóun ni ọ̀gá àgbèrò ẹ̀ kó lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ọ̀gá àgbèrò láti Abuja?
I don't
Bí
know if
àwọn
they
ní fọ́
understand
orí
that
ìrìn àríra.
by the time they get to that point, well, it won't be Boko Haram anymore, Baba. It will be who is the president, who is ready to be shot down from the sky.
Exactly.
Like what happened in
So
Rwanda.
yes, and by that time,
I don't want to imagine a lot of sad things. But Baba, Larry, go on.
Yeah. By that time, Olúẹran òwúrọ̀ ni ìwé àti Tinubu lẹ̀ ṣe bó ti ó sá lọ nígbà yẹn sà ṣé wèrè àárẹ̀ sá lọ tó sọ pé abọ́ba kò fẹ́ kú bábà kú mọ̀ yẹn lọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Now bọ̀dá Lai Mohammed ẹlẹ́nu kúkúrú kúkú bọ̀dá òkùnù. I believe he should be able to come out now since he was defending back then during NSAS time that Photoshop ni Photoshop náà lè tán ṣe fún àwọn èdè Buhari wọ́n pààyàn kan ó bọ̀dá òkùnù jáde o Lai Mohammed kó jáde kó wá sọ fún wa sí pé Photoshop ni n ta fẹ́ gbọ́ nìyẹn o because anything that happens to the masses in the hands of this idiot is always Photoshop. And he just Photoshop. Let him please come out now. Him with Obodo Day. Femi Adesina, let him come outside now.
Sir, Femi
yes.
made a statement this afternoon. It will shock you. He said the reason why Buhari is going to Senegal to go and do a summit, even when Nigeria is under attack, like that, in Abuja next to him, is because Buhari doesn't want the Boko Haram to feel like they are controlling him. So he needs to go anywhere and do whatever he wants to do.
You know he's Opono now. Femi Opono there. So that is it. Let the both of them shall come outside to come and defend this now and say it's Photoshop. Because the army came out, the police came out.
When Buhari returned to the they don't give Femi Opono additional the boy scout at the back. Then go there with
oh, sure. Fi wọ́n lẹ̀ ìwọ tó o bá sórí ọ̀rọ̀ wọn dàbí ọ̀rọ̀ eṣinṣin tó bà lébi kọ́ọ̀pù tó fi mu bíà ni ó máa padà kú sínú bíà yẹn láti ẹ̀wẹ̀ fi wọ́n lẹ̀. Now I want to say this. Please, Sowore, I know you want to make Nigeria good, but with the situation of things, my brother, I love you. Baje. Mo like Sowore daku. Sowore, don't become the next Awolowo because Awolowo said Tigba Tansiko ba to àwa la máa jà fúnra wa àsìkò yẹn ti tó báyìí. Sowore, don't try to unify Nigeria. Awolowo try ẹjọ́ ẹ lọ. Baba, Sowore, we love you. Please don't die in the den or in the dungeon of these idiots. Sowore, we love you so much. So please, if you can just leave them. Come on, Lord, àwọn wọnú ibi tí Sowore wà wọ́n ti mọ ibi tí Sowore wà o àti pa kò lè fún wọn bọ̀ a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Amẹ́ríkà ṣàtúwá fún Buhari ń wọ́rọ̀ ní pé wọn gbọ́dọ̀ fọwọ́ kan if not Buhari àti yan ká ká dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Amẹ́ríkà o torí Sowore náà jẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ àmọ́ sí pé ẹni Ọlọ́run pa lòun torí ó ti pẹ́ tó ti fẹ́ pa. Like the days in Sudan Union. So please, Sowore, we know you want a wonderful, better Nigeria, but Awolowo has tried it, and he said he regretted. That word is heavy.
He said it. He regretted.
Yes, Awolowo said he regretted. Please, I don't want you to regret. Sowore, please come back home. This is not a matter of Kamashagidi Lomo. I want people you will anyone they kill with so much joy in their heart.
They don't look back. Yes.
That is it. That is another thing that I want to say.
Let me take another one.
And
Baba.
Then, no, Baba, I want to say this one. This one is even important. Okay. Now that we have Professor Akitoye, Professor Adeniran, Sunday Igboho, Mama Abiola Onitiri, they are our frontliners. And they are all courageous people. If we fail to utilize their zeal and enthusiasm for this cause, once and for all, if these courageous elderly men and women goes to the great beyond, or let's say Agbadra káwọn bàbá Agbadra alágbára Ọlọ́run pé kán pẹ́ láyé kán fèrè jìjọbi. If ni mo sọ not when o because if is probability when is certainty. If this great man goes to the great beyond, then I'm certain Igbo himself will leave us to our feet. After his so much effort of pushing without the expected support from the Yorubas, and the sad and avoidable, I said avoidable, will happen and it will occur. We will all be left to complete slavery in the Fulani captured country called Nigeria. Because they are now looking at Nigeria and they are telling you that, hey, Nigeria is going to be the next Afghanistan. So if we don't utilize these people's zeal right now to push that wall and break that wall down, we will regret it. With the archaeology elders that we have and the kings that they don't care, if we don't use their zeal now, iṣẹ́ tí Ọlọ́run rán bàbá yìí ni bàbá yìí mọ̀ kí bàbá yìí ó ti dàgbà àwọn bàbá yìí ó ti dàgbà Sunday Igboho kẹ̀dẹ̀rẹ́ tó bá ya tó bá rí pé ẹ fẹ́ move ọmọ I'm very sure he will just leave us to our feet. That's that. Let's not forget that the next generation and the Indomie generation, like we always say, they will never be able to fight. And let's remember, we'll all be blamed just the same way we all blame our parents for not standing up back then. This is the right time. God has shown us all the way. God has shown us all the patterns that we need. It is just for us to put hands together and make sure that everything is being done once and for all. And lastly, please, I don't know.
Larry.
No,
I don't like that. See, if I try to give you an extra, please don't stretch it. I'm the one who says the time, and if he says 10 minutes, 15 minutes, that's a lot for somebody to speak on a phone-in program. Okay, please don't stretch it. Hello there.
Hello, Maya. Good General. Good evening, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Greetings to the family and our new angel.
Thank you.
Very cute. I just want to drop a quick one to this nonsense that is going on. You know, our youth sometimes, I don't know whether they use charm to hold them or something. I don't understand the kind of brain and the way they reason. You know, all of them are thinking that if Peter Obi comes into the scene as a president, that Nigeria will turn overnight and become the best of all countries overnight and all these things. I know many of them are listening to you and in different platforms. I want to let them know there are 3 things that will happen. I hope they saw the video of voters card where they pack them like.
Have you seen that too? They abandoned permanent voters cards.
Yes, and again, let me tell them. You see, these are voters cards they made. These are PVC. You know, it's INEC. INEC make it 2-2. You understand? So they give you one just to fake you. The other one with your complete everything, they will register it. The thing they will do, this election now that they are shouting, they will rig the election and give to this man, Atiku. Jagaban will raise his voice. What will come to Lagos there, from where he will start, and his anger will be on Igbos before he will now start to descend on Yorubas and other people. So another thing, Atiku, when they give this power to Atiku, Nigeria youth now will start a revolution because everybody now knows that all of them were for Obi. They will say, no, we didn't vote for Atiku, we vote for Obi, this, that. How can they imagine that Fulanis, all of them, only Fulanis has occupied all the whole top position in Nigeria, and they will just allow you to kick them out like that? All those things. You think they will allow you to kick them out? INEC, they are the one. Military, they are the one.
These guys left power for just, look at it this way, for just 5 years when Yaradua couldn't keep it for long, and they unleashed the hell on the entire Nigeria for Jonathan to go. Now,
hold on now. I'm coming. Then when they said, okay, then the people now who Nigeria is their company, we now say, okay, let's give it to Obi just for 4 years because he's not going to complete 8 years. If I thought he will complete the 4 years. Then all those people who have told us koro with their own mouth and their ear, Nigeria, you tell them that they will unleash all the Fulani from all over Africa. They will not put into the Nigeria and make the tenure ungovernable for Obi So Obi winning it is better he didn't even come out than to say he won the election. And if he refused to want to prove this thing, the only thing they want Obi to do now is to use him to crush IPOP, bring IPOP down, and jail Nnamdi Kanu or execute him, kill him. And when they finish using him to cross that thing, they will now remove him from power. Yes, they will discharge him. So that's the only thing. So, but our people are stupid because hunger don't brainwash that, don't scatter their head. They are all thinking Nigeria dead in the next 200 years they never finish her. You understand? And not you heard Soludo or which person saying that Nigeria don't have any money again. You understand that the money they have, they've used it to buy weapons to be killing our youth. I was even shocked to see the Nigerian youth came out and be even campaigning for Jagaban that murdered our youth. I just asked myself, are these people for real? Or is there any other? Don't they think, even if they use a corrupt system to destroy their destiny, common sense,
Their oppressors differently.
Common sense, common sense, Mayego. Now we don't even need it.
Common sense normally should tell anyone that it no make any sense for Buhari from the north to be spending 8 years in this divided Nigeria, and some youth are still pushing Atiku Kwakwanso from the north. Nothing makes sense here. Nothing.
The only thing that would have saved everybody now is divide the country now. Nigeria have expired in 2014. Are they not getting it? Are they not doing research? Are they not asking questions? What is going on? They are thinking that that's the only mission of this. You see, this is they are saying obedience of it. They are very, very stupid. See, even P Square and his second brother campaigning. These people are so mad. How many times has P Square they came out and say he lives Nnamdi Kanu? He didn't do anything. Just look at Igbo people.
Because of all this power, wealth that they believe Nigeria will give to them, or they will lose if they should start speaking about Nnamdi Kanu. Unfortunately.
Yes. They refuse to, but they will come abroad, enjoy the freedom, enjoy good roads, enjoy electricity. Them making money using Nigerian youth, make money finish with their music. They will be living like stars and everything. The new lecturers, Muhammadu, hey God, my God, I'm so.
And then when they look around and they feel like, oh, we need kidney, they would come go out there and say, come, make I help you. Your life, we don't mess up your life, but come, give us one kidney, your kidney, we'll give you money. And they are not ashamed of it as well.
I said, my ego. I asked myself, I said, God, I have been crying. I asked myself, what is going on? Why are the people inside that country can't reason? Even the ones you told, look at Tinibuna, they say they doesn't have certificate. This one come out and say nonsense, and you are still campaigning. See my my ego.
Somebody will be like this, and then you see somebody will be saying an educated person. When they fight you, they talk, say, who else do you want us to support? Except for somebody who can't even walk. Check your screen. You watch me right now, Just 2-3 seconds. Check your screen. Then tell me.
You can't even move. What are you looking for in Nigeria? Why should the young people step down for an old person like this? Why? Why am I even from this place? How did it? Is it that we are all sins? Is it like I sinned? I did something in heaven for God to bring me to this place? Because I believe maybe because I've done something before. Why am I in this country? Why?
When people just ask themselves, what exactly have I done? Was I just a sinner that God will now put me in this country, and then they will make me have to choose this person, or even defend the reason why I don't want to choose this person? Let him be my offense.
I say, I don't know. When I look you, I just say, God, why is it that the kind of wisdom God give you, I've never seen it. Men like you are rare. I wish I want marry black man, a man like you are for marry.
If for better, when that time we say you and I still, but it's lovely to hear that.
I say our people, okay, just imagine I was talking to one of my Yoruba sisters that married to she's my very good friend, Her mother is Igbo, but her dad is Yoruba. She was firing me with this Obi. I warn her. I say, yes, I beg. If me and you, they talk, no, they talk this Obi matter. I say, why am I so negative? Obi is the person. Obi will win. By the special grace of God, Obi will make Nigeria better. And I say, okay, as long as that constitution of 1914, is still in existence, Obi can never do nothing for you. And they will not even allow
to be called Mr. President. I mean,
he can't do
is this so easy,
because
how is it so easy for people to just gamble away their life like 4 years, 8 years? Easy.
And the problem, they put the load on us that is in diaspora. Have you noticed that before month end, my month know the end? I don't know whether they receive message before you go wake up.
Something where they take preach. I tell you, say people they get high blood pressure when months don't they come to an end. Not because they can't pay their house bill here, not because they can't fit other things, but because they don't know what is it going to be like from Nigeria this month.
You go pay today, so you go come see they say God know the blessing before you
they can't say you they overreact. You stay Germany.
They can't say no one
They complain about Nigeria. They don't know say
somebody tell me today, sir. Somebody tell me the sense. Say my country for Nigeria, small man understand. Because I send a message, you want you the money. That's why you know get integrity. He said, man, come back to Nigeria small stay. That's like even when I was in Nigeria, I was in integrity is imbued. Now I tell them.
The thing say sometimes we just they talk. They have no idea how this thing connects to one another. And me on this platform, I do my best to make even people who feel say they are far away from home and they are safer, to make them see how close and connected with all the madness going on. If you think, you go know how connected you are. And guess what? There's never a time that you are never going to be angry. If you sit down and see all of these things, you just get so angry. And say,
yeah, even when you want to give up, you don't want to speak again. The spirit is already there because you don't have any choice. Because they say you keep pumping every minute of your life into your destiny, into your brain, into. Sometimes I even they think of you. Say, I hope. Say, as they pray, I was.